Hello everybody, this is pokolloss speaking, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play I made just for you guys. Okay, maybe for me, but... Anyways, Disney! Yes, once again, I am Let's Playing a Disney video game. This game is a huge part of my childhood. I love it to death. It was developed by Traveler's Tales and published by Psygnosis in 1995 for the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, which is the version I'm playing, and the Game Boy. Yes, it is Toy Story. My God, Toy Story was probably the greatest movie of all time when I was little, and I love that movie to death still today. This game is really amazing. This is probably one of the better movie-based video games out there ever, period. Just for the fact that its graphics are fantastic, the levels are really unique, there's a lot of variety, and it's pretty damn difficult. It's a very hard game. Before we get started, I need to change some of the options up, show you guys some stuff. We are greeted by a Sega controller dancing. Holy cow, look at that. It's probably dancing to the Randy Newman song. I really like the rendition in this game, honestly. And here are the tries. Obviously, this does not mean how many hats you get to wear during the gameplay, although that would be a very nice feature not shown in very many video games. As for what these option menus are actually showing us, I'm not going to let you know. I think you guys are smart enough to figure it out on your own. May God help you if you're not. And here's the storyline featuring Luxo. Yes, the once a legendary lamp that tread new waters in animation history is now reduced to 16-bit graphics. Still looks pretty awesome to me though. Now that I have all those options out of the way, I think it's time to finally start this game.
To infinity and beyond!
Alright, we start off the game actually following the storyline of the movie. Yeah, this is actually one of those few movie-based video games that follows the storyline almost exactly like the actual movie. And just in case you are a Neanderthal and you have never seen Toy Story in your entire life, basically it is Andy's birthday. Who is Andy? He is the Goliath that owns all these toys. Basically, birthday equals massive hell for the toys, because should there be a new toy that is super amazing and can replace them, they end up in the toy box, which is Dante's Inferno, in the toy universe. So, what we need to do is we need to open up the bucket full of toy soldiers, as well as the baby monitor, so they can actually listen in on all the presents to make sure if they need to assassinate any new toys or whatever. Okay, assassinate's a strong verb to use. Get rid of. How about that? That's better. Welcome to our first side gameplay, everybody. Yes, we start off in a relatively normal platform level. We could jump and actually use our pullback string thing as a whip to stun enemies. You can't actually kill any enemies in this game because this is an E-rated game. You can't kill enemies. First of all, I'd like to point out the amazing 3D-like graphics of this game. For the Sega Genesis, this is actually a really beautiful looking game. I've heard that the Super Nintendo version does look more polished and refined than the Sega Genesis version, because the console could support better graphics and all. But hey, they already have Donkey Kong Country, and there's no need to fog up my rose-tinted glasses. I love this game on the Genesis and nothing else. I'd like to point out the awesome music of this level with the addition of snares once you free the army troops, and it's just the happiest song I've ever heard in my entire life. I love it to death. What I love about this game is that it has a few attentions to detail that most games would probably just overlook. As you can see, that army soldier fell down and this enemy plane actually helps him up. It's small things like that that I just love in video games. Like the addition of the characters that everybody knows and loves, like Mr. Potato Head just walking around in the background. Few things like that. Those things I love in video games. Anyways, you may have noticed that I've been collecting small little stars. Those are actually bonus stars. If I collect 50 at the end of the level, I get an extra life. If I collect 200, I get a bonus game, which is actually pretty cool. I'll try to collect as many bonus stars as I can, but I'm not promising 100% on those. Anyways, those blue question mark balloon things actually usually have flies. They're kind of pathetic. That's why I really don't care about them that much. They do sometimes drop golden stars, like sheriff stars. As you can see up in the top left, that means life. You could have up to 5 at the beginning of the game, but you could actually increase that with the bonus games that you get from bonus stars. I'll get into that once that comes. But now back to the point of what's happening on screen. As you can see, up here, we could actually see a hook. And we could swing on said hook with our pullback string thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be called. Just like Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones was totally a cowboy and was also a doll. Or action figure, whatever what he is. Now, something that just occurred to me is that we're still technically in Andy's room. I don't know if he just owns the entire house or what, but it seems like his room is incredibly huge. He's got so many blocks everywhere, I don't even know why they have a B on them. But here's an extra life, just to distract us from the extreme weirdness that is the B blocks that Andy owns. No, seriously, his name's Andy. Why would he have B blocks? It doesn't make sense. And he's got a bunch of books about knickknacks that are literally called knickknacks. I don't even know what the other one's called, but... what am I talking about again? Oh yeah, the extra lives. They look like hats. That's awesome. By the way, yes, that is an Etch-a-Sketch board up in the top left of the screen. It is very kindly pointing us into the right direction where we're supposed to be going, as opposed to down or up or any other direction you can't move in a platformer. It's there just in case you're playing upside down or you're mentally challenged. Anyways, we finished the level and... oh my god! What's happening with Woody? Don't ever do that again, man. That was terrible. That was the worst dance I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't care if he got a hat out of it. Ugh. Anyways, this concludes our very first episode of Let's Play Toy Story. This is pokolloss speaking. I hope you enjoyed, and tune in next time.